guys, it's Amy at Zoe Beck, and I'm going to do the end of the year book tag. This was created by Ariel Bassett and about a couple months ago, but I was so busy with NaNoWriMo and Nonfiction November and so many things going on that I hadn't got a chance to do this tag. I was not tagged, but I know of at least 3 booktubers who just said anybody can do it. And so I'm sure you guys have seen Simon at Savage Reads and Russell at Ink and Paper Blog, as well as I just recently saw Kath Elizabeth Reads do hers, and she also said if you want to do it, you can do it. So I'm just gonna do it. Anyway, so let's just get into it. So question number 1 is, are there any books you started this year that you need to finish? So really the only ones are ones that I'm currently reading. Which is The Long Way to a Small Angry Planet by Becky Chambers. I'm reading this for my In Life book club. It's due on the 12th, so I've already started it, so I'm working on that. The other one is my other library book, The Book by Kevin Houston. Again, this is the book on the cover-to-cover exploration of the most powerful objects of our time. I'm only about halfway through, but I need to power through and finish this because it's due at the library next week. And it's one of my nonfiction books that I have not completed yet, so I want to get that done. And then the other one that I want to get done that I'm right now listening to in my car is Unbroken by Laura Hillenbrand. Again, I borrowed the book from my dad, but I got the audio CDs from my library in order to listen to it in my car. So I am working on that. So those are the 3 that I that I'm already reading. And the only other one is a library book I got that I really want to read, which is Barbary Station by R.E. Stearns. Stearns, is that right? Anyway, I really want to read this. Again, it has to do with, it sounds like, you know, kind of hijack a colony ship, but it's mad AI and pirates, I think. I don't know. It sounded fun, and I said I have to give it back to the library in a week and a half because it's due, and there's holds on this. So I do want to read that by the end of the year. Question number 2 is, do you have an autumnal book to transition into the end of the year? Not really. This is the question I don't really have one. I don't read seasonally. I don't think that way when I read books. I think I just pick up what I feel like and what I plan to read or what the library brings to me, or, you know, like I don't have anything autumnal. I don't know. And I mean, again, the closest coloring might be this. But again, that's because I want to get done before Christmas so I can give my dad the book back and say that I read it. So maybe that counts. I don't know. Question number 3 is there hold on, my computer just is there a new release you're still waiting for? So, if anybody has seen my Gush video, I loved 7 Surrenders by Ada Palmer. The 3rd book in this series is the Terra Ignota series, and I really enjoyed this. The first book was a little harder to get into, but you know, once you got to the end, it sped up really well. This book was phenomenal to me. It was twisty and turny, and I never knew what was going to happen, and I had no idea how it was going to come out. So we got to the end of this, and I'm like, I need the next book. Well, the next book comes out on the 19th of December, and I am waiting for it. And of course, I'm going to get it from my library because they come out in hardback first. So that was what I'm waiting for. I am so excited. And I said, and you know, I just can't wait. And again, that's The Will to Battle by Ada Palmer. So question number 4 is, are there 3 books you want to read before the end of the year? Now, not counting everything I've already mentioned, I picked 3 books that are on my 5-star prediction video, which I'll link down below. So I have only read 1 of the 5 books since I did that video. It just never worked out because between when I did that video, I think in September, and then there was a Victober, which I read mostly all Victorian novels, and then November, where I read mostly nonfiction books as well as wrote, I have not got to these because these are all fantasy. And I am in a really fantasy mood right now. So it's like I really want to start jumping into these. So I'm hoping that this is the time to do it. Anyway, so the 3 books that I want to get done is I want to read N.K. Jemisin's The Obelisk Gate. I've had this book for over a year and I have not read it yet. I loved the 5th season. So I started a reread of that earlier this summer. So I want to finish doing the reread, and then I want to jump into and read this. And if I am loving it, as I'm hoping I will, like everybody's been talking about, then I might go straight into the Stone Sky. But I really want to at least get this one done this month. The other book is Lost Boy by Christina Henry. This is kind of a horror take on Captain Hook, and I don't know, I really enjoyed her Alice in Wonderland books, the Alice and the Red Queen. I liked Alice a lot better, but I still like the Red Queen. It's just, you know, it's a preference. But anyway, this is the book that made me read Peter Pan. Now, if you saw that, that rant of mine on my when I wrapped it up, I did not enjoy Peter Pan. I don't know why. I don't understand it. Anyway, no, I mean, I understand it. I don't understand why it's so loved, I guess, is my problem. Anyway, so I read it so that I would understand all the little things, because she throws all these cool little details in the Alice in Wonderland that if I had not read that, I would not have caught a lot of those things. So I read it so that I could read this, and I have not read this yet because, again, I'm scared because I did not like Peter Pan. But this is the story of Captain Hook, and again, it sounds like Peter Pan is the bad guy, which I would probably agree with. Anyway, so we're gonna try that. And then the other one that I have that I want to get to is Traitor's Blade by Sebastian de Castell. And again, I all summer saw everybody reading these. I just didn't have time to pick it up. So I put on my 5-star read so that I would. And I want to get to this because it sounds like, again, it said Three Musketeers is one of my favorite classics. And I know that this is kind of, has that kind of buddy feel. And I love those kind of stories and movies and those kind of things. So I really want to get to this. Okay, sorry. So question number 5 is there a book that you think could still shock you and become your favorite book of the year? For what my favorite book of the year is, that book would have to be just utterly fantastic. Now, I'm really looking forward to The Will to Battle by Ada Palmer because I think Seven Surrenders is technically my second favorite book of the year. I mean, but I don't think anything is going to beat the Witchwood Crown by Tad Williams. I mean, there is so much nostalgia as well as his great writing and world building and my favorite characters of all time. And it's so hard that I just don't think anything's going to beat that. I mean, I think all my picks are great. I think they could potentially be, in the top 5 maybe of the ones I've said here. And especially The Will to Battle could be up there. But I just don't think anything's going to knock over Tad Williams this year. And question number 6 is, have you already started making reading plans for 2018? I have made some kind of tentative plans on how some books I want to read, maybe join some read-alongs. Like some people are doing certain books a month. Like every month they do one book of a certain author. Now I don't know if I'll do all those, and I have all this new nonfiction I want to kind of integrate as well, and a lot of fiction and a lot of Victorian literature I bought that I really want to try to get that stuff in, as well as all my fantasy and get more mysteries in. And so actually no, I have not actually planned. I have like some scratches on my paper of things I might want to do. I kind of set aside my TBR jar the last couple months of this year because it just didn't work out for everything that I was reading when I was doing month-long challenges with like Victober and Nonfiction November along with NaNoWriMo. So, and then now this month I want to try to clean up all the ones that I haven't got to, and I want to read everything that I think is going to be really great. I think the only reading goal I have, I have a couple that I want to work on. So I'm going to say I've thought about it, but I haven't actually, I don't know. Oh, my computer's doing some weird shit. Sorry. Anyway, that is the end. I think that was number 6. So that was the last question. So, what do you guys think? Do you think those are going to be good books? I don't know. I think that's pretty much what's going to happen. So, if you guys have not done this tag, go ahead and do this. I think this is really fun, and I wish I'd done it, months ago, but oh well, these things happen. So, anyway, I will talk to you guys later. Bye.